Mikey wakes with a smile each day, with Suzanne by his side he'd say, you're the light in my heart that stays. Two feline friends, one neighborhood pie, with deja vu, they never say goodbye. Gather around and feel alive. Oh, Mikey loves his sweet Suzanne. Every day makes him a better man. He's living free with moon pie and deja vu. Mikey loves, and his love is true. In the evening glow, they sit close with the purring cats. Life heartily grows. Cherish moments under starry skies. Mikey does feel love never lies. With Suzanne, moon pie, and deja vu, each day begins anew. Dreams chase through. Oh, Mikey loves his sweet Suzanne. Every day makes him a better man. He's living free with moon pie and deja vu. Mikey loves, and his love is true. In this world, they carve their own way, holding tight, come what may. Together they dance, hearts so light. Love echoes in the night. Oh, Mikey loves his sweet Suzanne. Every day makes him a better man. He's living free with moon pie and deja vu. Mikey loves, and his love is true.
And welcome everyone to our review of last year's 2024 version of Dracula known as Nosferatu. Always making a point to pronounce that correctly. Don't know why. Anyway, welcome everyone. Mikey here with MikeySuzeFour, my beautiful Suzanne, of course, in the background, watching and having fun. Doing her own thing too, which is always good. I was over at Curtis Selby's Tired Midnight Blogger, our brother there, and all of a sudden his screen went black. Didn't know what happened. But anyway, I was planning this stream myself here for later. Anyway, right around this time, about 8:30-ish, or so. So we are here. We got one person watching. Yay! I know who it is though. Anyway, so it's been a week now. Nosferatu premiered on the big screens back in Christmas of 2024 on December 25th. Suzanne and I, 5 days later, we went to go see it on December 30th. So it's been it's been 3 days. So I figured, hey, what the heck? Let's go ahead and give you all a nice little review. Of course, using my trustworthy trustworthy information, something from, IMDb, because I still do update things, Yeah. Anyway, before we begin, though, let's say rest in peace to Wayne Osmond of the Osmond brothers, the Osmonds. He passed away, massive stroke. So, and then there was a lady who survived the Holocaust, and an Olympic athlete, Agnes Kelty. She died at 103 years old. So there's two people there. And of course, a shout out to the victims, unfortunately, of New Orleans and the fireworks explosion over in Honolulu. And apparently there's been another attack too. So I don't know what's going on down there. I have no idea. Like, I have no thoughts and no plans on it. I really don't want to discuss it. But I just did want to mention it because it's happening now and we don't know what else to do. So, all we can do is pray for the victims, pray for their families, and we do. And we do, and then we move on. That's what happens. But anyway, this is all about Nosferatu. And I have to say, it is one of the best renditions of Dracula that I have ever seen in the last, I'd say, easy 20 years. Yeah. Suzanne and I really enjoyed it. Now, let me go ahead and give you our grade. It was A minus. So basically like 4.5 out of 5, you know. That 0.5 half pretty much it's because since it is an R-rated film, there are a few moments of nudity. So I'm going to warn you guys ahead of time. You've got to be over 21 to see it, or in this case, I guess over 18 if you're old enough to go see it. But I tell you, other than those few moments, everything else was fantastic. And it features Willem Dafoe as the doctor, who plays in a way like Van Helsing. So we'll just call him Van Helsing. What the heck? Then you have Nicholas Holt. Now, you may recognize that name from Renfield, which was a latest version of Dracula, which was played by Nicolas Cage, which isn't a bad film either. And we own it. So we recognize Nicholas. He played Thomas Tasker. And then you've got Lily Rose Depp. Now, the last name should say something to you. That is Johnny Depp's daughter. And she is in this movie as Olivia Tasker. And I'm telling you, she did a great role, other than her few nudity things. But hey, no big deal. Anyway, overall, her role was great, and I think she did wonderful. Willem Dafoe, of course, never disappoints. The man is a great actor. And Nicholas Holt was good. But I tell you, the one man who stands out above the others is Bill Skarsgård. Now, this man was Count Orlov, based on the 1922 silent film by the same title and the book by Bram Stoker, which is the original Dracula book. So, lots of research was done. You can actually tell in this because the screenplay was co written by a few writers that actually read the dang book, right? And got it right. I mean, they did. They got it very right. And Count Orlov is based on an original Dracula. They think he was the first Dracula. And Skarsgård now has honorably homaged, if that is the correct terms there, not only being made up as the original Count Orlov and looked pretty damn good, I think, but he also paid great homage to Pennywise, of course, in the 2 chapters of It movies. And of course, as you know, Tim Curry, who did the It miniseries, actually said Bill Skarsgård scared the hell out of him with his version. So you got that. And then the other thing that he did great was uh, we own all 4 John Wick films so far. And in the 4th one, he's the head of the table, out of costume, out of makeup. But he is looking darn good. So I'd say 2 out of 3 movies, he created easy nightmare fuel. Yeah. So if you're a little kid under the age of 16, I don't think you want to see either it's 2 chapters or this Nosferatu into your own, because you will be scared the heck out of you. Yes. And that's why movies are so good, right? Horror films especially. If they can scare the heck out of you, it's a good film. Give you nightmare fuel. Absolutely. Okay. So you know our grades. A minus, 4.5 out of 5 stars. And let's see. Let's go here to the information. It was directed by Robert Eggers, and the writers were Eggers. Bram Stoker, of course, is from his original book, the screenplay, and Henry Garin, if I'm pronouncing that name right. And of course, Lily Rose Depp, Nicholas Holt, Willem Dafoe, and Bill Skarsgård. It is a gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman and the terrifying vampire infatuated with her, causing untold horror in its wake. Of course, that is the plot of the story. And it looks here like I won't go into them right now, but it does look like there's 21 wins and 100 nominations total so far. And the movie just came out, what, 7, 8 days ago? Wow, that is a lot already. It is considered a dark fantasy, a supernatural horror, a vampire horror, a fantasy horror mystery. There you go. And right now, it has a rating of, wow, 7.8 out of 10 stars on IMDb. 27,000 people have already voted, and it's up in popularity. So, yeah, it's getting there. It is getting there. Okay. Alrighty then. And let's see. Okay, so I guess a lot of you will be watching this on a rewatch. That's a lot of fun. I'm just waiting for my wonderful wife's spaghetti meatballs to cool down a little bit. Then I'll be eating after this stream review is done. And then there are a couple things I just want to mention real quick too before we're done. So, alrighty. So let's see. Let's go ahead and see what we have updated. As I said, Hutter. I said Tasker. So let me correct myself. The name is Hutter. Hutter. There we go. So there's Ellen Hutter, played by Lily. There's Thomas, played by Nicholas. There is Count Orloff, like I said, by Bill Skarsgård. Willem Dafoe plays a role called Professor Albin Eberhard von Franz. Okay. And the Hardings, which are the friends to the Hutters, Aaron Taylor Johnson, who's been rumored to be the next James Bond, was in this. Yeah, he prayed that he probably gets the role, he hopes. Anyway, yeah, right. Uh, Friedrich Harding, and then Emma Corrin plays Anna Harding. So, and then Simon McBurney plays Knock. Wow, very cool. They call him Knock. I guess that would be like Igor, I guess. I don't know. Or Renfield, whichever one you want to go with. Okay. Okay, so, hey, stop that. All right. So, according to Bill Skarsgård, his voice was the aspect of the part he worked hardest at, spending 6 weeks before shooting, not doing much else than just record myself. And on set, I would keep doing these exercises. Sounds kind of like Mongolian throat singing. It's insane. And the exteriors of Orlov's castle were filmed at Hondora. Yeah, Hondora Castle, also known as Corvin Castle. That's a Romanian castle located in Transylvania and one of the largest medieval castles extant in Europe. What's more, it's the castle where Vlad Dracula was briefly imprisoned. Remember Vlad the Impaler? Of course you do. Bill Skarsgård trained with an opera coach to lower his voice an octave to make the voice of Count Orlov as deep as possible. The castle scenes were filmed in the Pernstein Castle in the Czech Republic, the same location that was used for Werner Herzog's film Nosferatu the Vampire, which was redone in 1979. Now, Bill himself was originally cast as Thomas Hutter. However, during the film's long pre production development, director Robert Eggers decided to recast Skarsgård as Count Orloff Nosferatu. Instead, in an interview with Skarsgård, Eggers stated that he felt that the recasting was to make the sexual subtext between Orlov and some of his victims even more convincing. Now, there's a lot more info here, but I'm just going to keep it limited tonight. I don't want to go into everything because I like to read that to myself. Anyway, there is a couple spoilers, so I'm just going to reveal a couple of these spoilers. Yeah, there's a few. So I'll just go with the ones that I can read here. Okay. So you remember, folks, what we do with spoilers. Put your hands over your ears, go la 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 while I say these spoilers. And then afterwards you can take your hands away from your ears, okay? So remember. Like that, you know. And hello to the future's time traveler Sashi. Greetings. Just popped in to hit the like before I head to work. Well, thank you so much, Sashi. I don't know what happened to our brother Curtis Selby. I don't know. Was it still dark? I mean, was it still black screen, or did he get that fixed? Let me know in the comment before you head to work, or tell me later. You can let me know later. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be fine. Awesome. I appreciate you being here, Sashi. Love you, man. Always do. Malaysian. Hey, good man. And again, I want to thank you so much for being a part of our panel on New Year's Eve. That was awesome, man. I'd love to hear your voice. That was great. You were a special guest, and rightly so. And you were wonderful. So I appreciate you being there. Really do. Yeah. Oh, he got it back. Okay. Cool. Cool. I can always go rewatch and watch him. That'd be awesome. And there's a few other streams tonight. Netter's things with Troy Pacelli. That's going on. Moira Kitty, I believe, is doing something too tonight. So yeah, there's a few of them out there. So afterwards, I'm trying not to go too long. But when I'm done here, you guys can go to back to Curtis if he's still talking, and or and also to Moira and also to Netter, and let them know MikeySuzeFour or hashtag MikeySuzeFour raid. That'd be great. I would love if you guys could do that for me. I appreciate that. Yeah, he said he got it back. Okay, very cool. Very cool. All right, so here's the spoilers. Hands on ears now. Okay. So Willem Dafoe did a scene with 2,000 live rats. Woohoo, wow. Okay. I could not handle more than 10 rats. So if you had me with 2,000, that's insane. Okay. After filming Wrapped, director Robert Eggers sent Bill Skarsgård's prosthetic member, I'm not going to say the P word, I don't like to say that, to Nicholas Holt as a gift. In an interview with Elle, Holt stated, I have Count Orlov's prosthetic member framed at home. There's a scene where Bill Skarsgård is slurping my blood. And Robert Eggers asked afterward, how was that for you? And he said, I could feel his prosthetic member on my leg. And then as a wrap gift, Rob got it framed and he sent it to my house. Wow. Demented. In an interview, Bill Skarsgård revealed that for his nude scene, when Thomas confronted Orlov in his sarcophagus, the majority of his body was covered in heavy prosthetics, except for the soles of his feet and the palm of his hands. Palms of his hands. Count Orlov closely resembles Bram Stoker's description of Count Dracula in the original novel. His face was a very strong aquiline, with high bridge of the thin nose and peculiarly arched nostrils, with lofty domed forehead and hair growing scantily round the temples, but profusely as elsewhere. His eyebrows were very massive, almost meeting over the nose, and with bushy hair that seemed to curl in its own profusion. The mouth, so far as I could see it under the heavy mustache, was fixed and rather cruel looking, with peculiarly sharp white teeth. These protruded over the lips, whose remarkable ruddiness showed astonishingly vitality in a man of his years. This is far closer, in fact, than most cinematic portrayals of the Count, including Bela Lugosi and Christopher Lee. Gary Oldman's Dracula had a thin mustache in his younger guise, but not in his true form. That says a lot. The rats were named in Latin sets of 10 to keep track of their whereabouts while filming. Wow. Okay. Well, now, if you hate rats, you may not want to see this film then. There were a lot of them, apparently. Oh, and you can take your hands away from your ears now. I've revealed the spoilers. Some of them. There are like 5 more up there, but what I decided on doing this year, moving forward, is when I get to my reviews, when I start them again on January 13th, I'm only going to read from the trivia goofs and things that are showing. I'm not going to read everything. I feel like most people start to lose interest as I start going into more detail, especially with Red Dwarf and with you know. So if there's only a few bits of information, I'll just read them all, right? But I mean, if there's anything where it says there's more, no, I'll just read what's available there and what says. Now, as the quotes go, I will read pretty much the same thing. I mean, whatever's available. The goofs, if there's only a few goofs, I can read those too. Filming production, where that is, and a soundtrack. So this is an experimental review that I'm doing for this. But I feel like you guys get more, that you do pay a little bit more attention when I do give you the ones that stand out, the information that stands out. So I hope so. I hope it works. Anyway, so we got still one person watching. Very cool. Alrighty. So let's go to the goofs, because I'm sure there's a few. All right, there we go. Okay. Now this is just what we have so far, so oh, cool. All right, there's only 3. Wow. So far there's only 3 that people have found. So I'll most pleasantly say them. All right. One issue is continuity. When Count Orlov's coach meets Thomas Sutter, well, there's a couple of different names here. There's Sutter, there's Cutter. I don't know. Okay, let's just start again. When Count Orlov's coach meets Thomas on the road leading to his castle, the coach is pulled by a team of horses. Thomas temporarily loses his senses, and when he awakens, the coach is astride the road, but no horses are attached to the front. After Thomas enters the coach, the vehicle instantly takes off with the team of horses again attached. Whoops, that's a big continuity issue. Good thing somebody caught it. But 22 people said, no, that's not helpful. And then one person said, yes, it is. Okay. Anachronisms. Okay, at the beginning of the film, it tells us that this movie is set in Germany, 1838. Now, technically, there was no country called Germany until 1871. Wisburg is a fictional city based on Wismar, which in 1838 belonged to the Duchy of Mecklenburg. Okay. All right. And then there was a moment of a crew or equipment visible. When Willem Dafoe sets fire to Knox's coffin, you can clearly see the gas jets igniting under the coffin. Woohoo! Yeah, we did catch that too. Interesting. Alrighty. Well, there's no information yet on soundtracks, but there is a few quotes. Not many. So we'll just go ahead and try to do our best voice. Let's see what we have on this here. Okay, so Ellen says, Professor, my dreams grow darker. Tell me, does evil come from within us or beyond? And then Professor Abin Eberhard von Franz says, I have seen things in this world that would make Isaac Newton crawl back into his mother's womb. We are not so enlightened as we are blinded by the gaseous light of science. I have wrestled with the devil as Jacob wrestled the angel in Penuel, and I tell you that if we are to tame darkness, we must first face that it exists. He also says, we are here encountering the undead plague carrier, the vampire, Nosferatu. Roll credits. Count Orlov says, I am an appetite, nothing more. And of course, Knock, who's supposed to be like Renfield, says, His lordship likes the pretty ones best. And then there's something between Thomas and Count, so I have been enduring the most irregular dreams. I fear I have taken ill. It is a black omen. To journey in poor health. You will remain and well rest yourself. I must object, my lord. You will obey this, my counsel. Ellen says, It was our wedding, yet not in chapel walls. The scent of the lilacs was strong in the rain, and when I reached the altar, you weren't there. Standing before me, all in black, was death. But I was so happy, so very happy. We exchanged vows. We embraced, and when we turned round, everyone was dead. Father, and everyone. The stench of their bodies was horrible. It overwhelmed the lilacs, and but I had never been so happy at that moment, as I held hands with death. And her neighbor Anna says, Ellen, what is this insufferable darkness? And Knox says, She is beautiful, a nonpareil, almost a sylph. Whatever that means. Anyway, alrighty. So there is no soundtracks. Well, you got to give these people a lot more time to update things. So that's why I always like to just read them and see what's available. Alrighty. Okay. So here we go. The filming locations and the dates that the movie was filmed was between February 23rd of 2023, during the worldwide thing. And then from that date till May 18th, 2023. Uh-huh. So very cool. All right. So one filming location was Corvin Castle, Transylvania region, Romania. That's the castle shown in the trailer and the 40-second mark. And that was also part of Prague, Czech Republic. Oh, and cool. Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I wonder where those scenes were. Okay. Suzanne and I knew. And then Rosemetal Castle, Rosemetal Pod, Trencinum, Prague, Czech Republic. That was the filming location. That is so cool. Alrighty. Okay, and let's see. Tell you what, we'll pick out one person to do a quick biography on, and that will be Professor Albin Eberhard von Franz, played by Willem Dafoe. Okay. Now, Willem Dafoe is still acting. He's a producer and a head writer. In fact, he helped out on this film. Let's see. He was born July 22nd, 1955. Holy heck. So this year, in July, he'll turn 70. Woohoo. Wow. What a body of work for this man. Having made over 100 films in his legendary career, Willem Dafoe is internationally respected for bringing versatility. Excuse me. Okay, go with grammar here, Michael. Versatility, boldness, and daring to some of the most iconic films of our time. His artistic curiosity in exploring the human condition leads him to projects all over the world, large and small, Hollywood films, as well as independent cinema. In 1979, he was given a role in Michael Cimino's Heaven's Gate, for which he was fired. But since then, he has collaborated with other directors, and they basically represent a virtual encyclopedia of names. He has been nominated for 4 Oscars. And of course, lately, not only for this movie, but he's known for Spider Man with Tobey Maguire. He played the Green Goblin and Norman Osborn. That was in 2002. In 2017, he played the Florida Project. He was Bobby in that. In 2018, he was in a movie where he played Vincent van Gogh, and it's called At Eternity's Gate. That's in 2018. And in 2019, he was in a movie called The Lighthouse, where he played Thomas Wake. He has 6 films that are coming up. After he did Nosferatu, let's see, just to give you a brief mention of them. One is completed. It's called The Legend of Ochi, Ochi. That was just completed. I'll just mention the ones that are in post production too, not the other ones that he's doing right now. But in post production, one is called The Birthday Party, which is supposed to come out this year, and the other one this year. And in that one, he plays a role called Marcos Tomo that. Let me try this again. Timoleon. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. It's spelled Timoleon. I hope I pronounced that right. And then the other one that's coming out soon, which is also in post production, is called The Man in My Basement. And he plays a person named Aniston Bennett. Wow, that almost looks like, that's like Jennifer Aniston's last name, but used as the first name. Ooh, that should be interesting. And yes. And I've got to say, and that's all the information there from IMDb. Thank you, IMDb. Now you will close. There we go. Alrighty. And while I've been doing this, of course, I've had a couple more wonderful people welcome to the chat here. Hello, Brad Wolf. Hello, brother. Good to see you. Hi, Mikey. I haven't seen Nosferatu yet, so I will catch the stream and replay later. Have a good stream. Thank you so much, Brad. You will enjoy the film. You will. It was very great. Go in. All I can say is, I know you've seen, as I'm sure I have, I'm sure Suzanne has, other Dracula films. As we mentioned, Bela Lugosi, Leslie Nielsen, Nicolas Cage, Christopher Lee, just to mention a few. Oh, and even Eddie Murphy, right? Vampire in Brooklyn. Okay, can't forget him. But anyway, if you've seen all of those and you want to see this recent one to get an idea, go in with an open mind. And when you come out of that movie theater, I know you're going to want to go see this again. Or when it comes out, buy it because it is fantastic. It is really good. Like I said, if you can look past 3 or 4 scenes, I think, of full frontal nudity, and that's Lily Rose Depp's job, okay? But other than that, and then I think there's one lovemaking scene right between Nicholas Holt and her. But other than that, if you can look past that, it is based on the book and it is based on the story that was in that 1922 silent film called Nosferatu. Mhm. So yeah, check it out, definitely. And Charlotte, Night Star, the werewolf. Ooh, hello, Charlotte. Hello. I'm smiling. Good to see you, sweetheart. Yes, Charlotte, I would recommend you go see this. Go see this film. It is fantastic. You'll love it. You will. Take a partner. Take a friend. Take somebody to see it with. Don't see it by yourself. Take somebody with you. If you gotta take your folks with you. That'd be good. Yeah. I know I'm the lucky one. I'm with the horror fanatic over here, my beautiful wife, Suzanne. So, you know, you know how that goes. But it's great. I love it. All righty. So, okay. Uh yeah, my dinner's almost ready. So we're just gonna go over a couple quick things here and then we'll sign off. And you guys can all watch this back on a replay. Have some fun. Like I said, don't forget there's also Moira Kitty, Curtis Selby, if he's still doing his show, and Netter's Things, which is Netter's Network, and her wonderful husband, Troy Pacelli. If that's all going on, please make sure after we're done here, you go over there, do the hashtag MikeySuzeFour raid. That way they know that you guys came from here to watch me mouth off here for a few minutes. But it's a great movie. It really is, honestly. I'll say that again. It is just wonderful. Totally was. I was pleasantly surprised. I was. I'm hard to convince. I know Suzanne loved it, but it's hard for me to convince when it comes to like both of us have seen so many different Dracula takes, different films, and I think this was the best take of all. In fact, I even said Willem Dafoe Oscar nomination. If he doesn't get it for best supporting actor, there's something wrong in Hollywood. Definitely, definitely. And I've always said that it's amazing. I don't get this right all the time, but last year when they did Oppenheimer, I said it was Oscar worthy, and what do you know? It won, right? So I mean, this first movie, Nosferatu, is fantastic, and I mean, it can be Oscar worthy. I really think it should be because it was just done really well. And Bill Skarsgård, you did a fantastic job as Count Orlov. You really did. Really freaked me out. I don't know, man. That's the first time I ever sat through an entire film and never fell asleep. 'Cause I was afraid that you would sneak up on the chair on me and, go after my neck, and suck my blood, and go after me. Yeah, I'm gonna have some nightmares, I think, for a little while. Not kidding. Not kidding. Films like that that can scare you are worthy of anything. Any awards, anything you can give them. Horror film awards, everything. Absolutely. Okay, so from now on, as I said, let's mention this again one more time. So from now on, when I do my weekly webcam series, starting again on January the 13th, which by the way is also Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf's birthday. Hey, happy pre-birthday to that lovely lady, great person, wonderful sister to us. Um, she is a younger sister. She is. She's a member of our extended family, and she does a great show. Which, by the way, she is doing her watch party this coming weekend on Saturday and Sunday, January 4th and 5th. It starts at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you're there. Check it out. Uh, Curtis Charlotte. Curtis did say he had to work, but he'll be there for us on Sunday, so that's fine. I told him that's great, sir. I'll let Charlotte know. So I am letting you know, Charlotte, if you're still there watching us right now. Um, but yeah, she does great watch parties, wonderful movies, some shows. She's done Sex in the City. You know, I had forgotten that was such a good show back in the day. HBO. Uh, I didn't really watch it much, but I thought it was okay. I thought it was done decent. So you know, always decent, always good. Anyway, so like I said, from now on, when I get to my weekly webcam series, each day that I'm doing the one episode, Mondays I'm doing the episode, of course, of Red Dwarf. We're into season 4 now, so we'll do one episode, or we do the one episode of that on Tuesday. We do the episode of TOS, which is the original Star Trek series, and What Little Girls Are Made Of is the next episode we're doing. That'll be on January 14th. Then on the 15th, we're starting season 3 of The Greatest American Hero, and we'll go into season 3's first 2 episodes. And when we get to the very end of that, we'll immediately go into starting with, by your request, Get Smart. Well, that would be so much fun. We'll just start from the black and white, go to the color, and then we'll also, when that's done, we'll go into the Fox version TV, which they called the new Get Smart. That had Andy Dick and the other two, Barbara Feldon. And it did have Jaime, played by Dick Gautier. It also had Siegfried appear, who was Bernie Cobell. And then it also had Don Adams and Barbara Feldon. So, but there was no Chief because Don Adams was Chief, because we lost the other one, Mr. Pratt. Rest in peace. So that should be fun. I can't wait for that. And then on Thursdays, of course, we're still doing 18. We've got two, yeah, 2 more seasons left. So, and by the way, this is what I think I'm going to plan on doing. When we get to the 3 parts, when we get to the 3 part special episode where the 18 goes on trial, we're going to do a special live stream for that. As I said, we're just doing this year, we're doing just special live streams at different times for different people, different events that are coming up. So, and I only did this surprise one because I wanted to make sure I got Nosferatu out there for you folks. Didn't want to bore you with a lot of information. Just want to kind of throw it out there. Told you it's a great film and you should go see it on our recommendation. So, yeah. So I just, so that's what we plan on doing. We're just gonna do brief information, just let you know what's out there. If it's very little information, of course, I'm gonna read all of it. You know, Trivia, goofs, quotes, soundtracks if available, um, filming production, locations, things like that. All the stuff that you heard me do before, I'll still do it. It's just that if it's a lot of information, like considering Red Dwarf and TOS, that's why I only do one episode because there's a lot of info there. I don't plan to say all of it from now on. I'm not going to bore you people with that. I know that I have been doing that. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I'm very meticulous when it comes to info, and I really like to put it out there, but I'll try to be less meticulous this year, but still knowledgeable so you folks can remember what's in the episodes and so on. So it should be a lot of fun. I really am looking forward to it. Now, the last thing I want to do again, remind you folks about is on that week, starting on January 13th and going on, Friday, we're going to be covering our very first mystery episode from a mystery show. And I'm not going to say what it is. I will surprise you folks the first time. But Friday, I will show a little trailer, opening trailer of what we're discussing. And then I will come back, it'll be shared. I'll share the screen for it, just the opening of it. And then I will go ahead and discuss it on the live stream. Now, on that, whoever wants to come up, um, we have to be friends, okay, in Facebook. That's the only way I'm going to do this from now on. You got to be friends with me. So find me on there on Facebook. It's right under my name, Michael R. Fournier, or Mikey, also known as Mikey. Find me there. Become friends with me, okay? And with Suzanne as well, so you can become a friend of hers as well. And then when we've been friends for a little bit, then what I can do is down the line, I'll get you guy or gal up here to co-host with me, and we can talk about the episode. We can talk about anything, and that'll be every Friday, every other Friday. I'm sorry. The following Friday, the following week, we are going to discuss our very first Star Trek fan film. Now, it's going to be picked at random. I'm not going alphabetical, not doing anything like that. But I am going to try to have Larry come up with me, my best friend, and also be our subventures. And then I'm going to also try to have PvP come up with us because he is very knowledgeable about Star Trek. So I'm going to ask them to make sure to watch. I'll tell them like a couple days before when I get planned on which one I'm doing. Please watch the Star Trek fan film so you get an idea. Then come join the panel with Larry and PvP with me, and we can. And if Gorilla wants to come too, after his thing with Waltons, he can do that as well. So, because I'm honoring on all that on all those days, I am honoring Gorilla's verbal contract to help him out with his Waltons episodes, and he's already into season 4 right now. And then like I said, I'm also every other weekend I'm honoring Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf's verbal contract with her, with Curtis Selby, my brother, uh, Tired Midnight Blogger, Johnny, who is also known as Cyberpunk Dystopia, and then also Kimmy Kibb, and along with her daughter Scarlett. So it should be a lot of fun. And Accounting Sheep, he's our great buddy there. So and everybody else we know. So hopefully all of you folks can get a chance to see us on these other streams and of course start watching us here more often after this review when I start the weekly webcam series Monday, January 13th. So and you will see me on a few things. I mean, hopefully tomorrow, if Gorilla's still doing it, as far as he knows he is, we'll be on the Walton stream. Then this coming Friday, or Saturday and Sunday, of course, with Miss Charlotte for her watch parties and commentary we do, and I'm the co-host, one of the co-hosts with that. I really, really love doing that. That's a lot of fun. Um, excuse me. And then, of course, after that, I got my own webcams and I got my own live streams at random, different things that I'm doing. So that we're doing this year, me and Suzanne. So with all that in the future ready to come, I hope all of you check us out. Don't forget, of course, hit that like button, subscribe, share this with your friends and family and acquaintances. And don't forget, when you do subscribe, we're right now at 220 wonderful family community subscribers in our community in our bunch here, and we're only 30 away from a 250 subscribers live stream we plan on doing if we can reach that soon, I hope. Um, don't forget to hit all notifications. So, what that means is when you see a video like this pop up, or a webcam, or whatever, and it says notify me, hit that one button. Takes less than a second, milliseconds if you want to go that far. Okay. And that way it shows you notification on. When you see that, double check it every once or twice, something if it's a long time away stream. But if it's very close, you only have to look at it once. You just hit it, goes notification on. When I go on, that's when the YouTube overlords are supposed to say, hey, Mikey's on, MikeySuzeFour, and he's doing something. So, I know that tonight it was just kind of a quickie one last minute because I just wanted to get it out there, let you know about Nosferatu. It's a lot of fun. So, and the big cat. Yeah. Remember, expect the unexpected. That is our motto this year for 2025. Okay. So, as we always do, let's go ahead and do a quick prayer. So, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Dear Lord, thank you for this wonderful thing called social media. We appreciate our friends here, like my beautiful wife Suzanne, Mr. Sashi, Mr. Brad Wolf, and Miss Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf. Everybody that's been in here tonight. Appreciate you, all of you, as well as everyone else that always comes to our streams and our webcams. It's a lot of fun. And we had some great times with our New Year's Eve. And Charlotte, once again, I'm glad you were there. Sashi, thank you so much um, for being there for us, to be up there and say some words and do some stuff. Anchorman, also known as Scott. Thank you, Scott, for being there as well. PvP, appreciate you being there as well. All of you that were there for us for New Year's Eve was fantastic. And you went and sponsored our other friends' New Year's Eve streams too. Thank you for that, because they need your help as much as we do here at MikeySuzeFour. And we do appreciate that. So, asking the Lord our God, first of all, our Father, we ask Him to watch over the world, because we got so many events going on right now. Attacks already, and things are happening. We need it to stop. So we're asking God to help us in that regard. We're also asking for His Son, our beloved Savior Jesus Christ, to take care of our troubles. Leave it in God's hands, as my wife beautifully always says, and that's what we plan on doing. We still do it. That's what we have happening. So let's hope that continues. And of course, finally, the last two that I love always talk about as well, the Holy Spirit to give us the guidance and wisdom to know the difference between good and evil, and of course, the Blessed Virgin Mary to give us the courage and strength to continue our daily lives, helping others and being true to yourselves. So for all this we ask and we pray, name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and amen and amen. So, and of course, Saint Suzanne and her patron, and my patron saint, Saint Michael the Archangel, defender of heaven, who sent the evil ones to hell, pray for us. That's what we do. Okay, so again, let's thank our wonderful Sashi for being here, our future time traveler. He's 13 hours ahead of us over in Malaysia, and he's probably on his way to work right now. So watch over him, Lord, as you always do, and we always pray for him. Also, thank you, Brad Wolf, for being here. Brad Wolf, I'm sure you've seen me Wheel of Trek. If Patrick does that again, that'll be a lot of fun to do again. Uh, I can't do, for obvious reasons, as you know, I'm unable to do Jet Nerdy anymore, and I'm kind of sad about that. But things as they are and how they happen, wasn't my fault. But hey, you know what? Water under the bridge. That is where it goes. Okay, but Wheel Trek is a lot of fun, and of course, I don't know what happened to a question of Trek, Brad. So I really have no information there. I don't know. Zoe hasn't said anything to me. T-Dow, yeah. And you know, and Conti really hasn't said anything either. So I don't know. I don't know. I still have them as friends on YouTube and everything, but I don't know. I haven't said anything. And of course, Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf. Oh, check out her channel. She is fantastic. In fact, earlier tonight, she released another one of her AI generated music video. And it has her lyrics in there. It has her words. That's her words, even though it's AI generated. It has her words in there. She speaks from the heart. She's a wonderful young person, young lady. So please, please check out her channel. And welcome, Jeff B. Waving to us. Hello, Jeff B. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming over from Curtis Selby. I heard his black screen went away and came back. So apologize to him if you see him, because I was planning to do this stream anyway. But since I realized there was the circle of death, it's like, I don't know. So I figured I'd just get this out of the way and do it, and just go ahead and do this review. Because I want some people to go see Nosferatu. It is wonderful. As I keep saying, you've probably heard me say this already a few times, just in different ways. I'm varied. I mean, I'm that way. But anyway, and thank you, Jeff B, for being here too. Appreciate you. So, alrighty, so we've got 5 people watching. This is fantastic. Okay, so you all know my future schedules. Everything is set in stone right now. Like I said, though, just in case, like I said, expect the unexpected is our motto. So if something changes, I'm going to go into a webcam out of the blue, real quick, say, "Oh, hey, by the way, this thing that was supposed to come up due to circumstances beyond our control, unforeseen, we had to change it. So we had to move it to another thing." You'll all know that. Don't worry. You know me. I try to be thorough. I try to be detailed. I try to come out there, let you know something changes. I'm there for you. I'm there for all of you. So, okay. Well, I will go to the top of the hour here. We'll make it a full hour. In the meantime, I hope you folks have had a good people that are in the chat here. I hope all of you have had a great New Year's Eve. I hope you enjoyed some fireworks along the way. Hopefully, you had a good one, good meals, safe, with family, everything that went down. Suzanne and I, we did hear some fireworks when we were doing our New Year's Eve stream. That was a lot of fun to hear that. Bring in the new year for all of our different friends, throughout the world, different locations. And like I said, when Sashi was there with us, that was fantastic. Really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. Good special guests there for us. Scott and everybody else, Charlotte, of course, everybody, PvP, we all had a good one. So yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I love to replay it every once in a while, just to look at it and go, wow, a working computer. What a concept, because I've been doing this now. I've been doing streaming. Well, it's coming April. It'll be officially 2 years of the 8 years that this channel, MikeySuzeFour, has been a part of YouTube. And of those 2 out of the 8 years, it's been interesting, to say the least. A lot of fun. Um, yeah, I started with a not quite working PC, but somehow, some way, with the help of my beautiful wife and, of course, a few other friends who I want to keep private because they were great, but I've already mentioned them before, so you probably already know who I'm talking about. With their help, I was able to get 256, because this will make 256, 256 videos that this channel has done over the course of those 8 years. When it comes to April, it'll be 8 years. And I'm telling you, it has been nothing but a joyride. It has been so much fun. Yeah, there have been moments where it just has gone bleh, and just really upset. And of course, there were those rare moments where we had a troll or two. I won't mention their names though, who would come up and cause problems, which happens with any channel. You could say that about any YouTube channel out there, and you'd be right. There's always going to be some animosity. There's going to be some critical, criticism of people. Uh, People don't like me and Suzanne for whatever reason. There's a few people who just can't stand us. Why? You know why? Because we're good people. Overall, we are very good people, and we take care of our our subs. As I say, they're not just subs and they're not just community members. These people are family to us. We trust them. We engage with them. We love them. We like them. Why would and we care about them. We pray for them and their families. Why would we do that unless we were insincere? We're not insincere. We have sincerity. We have integrity. We do what we can. Yeah, well, yeah, we're not perfect people, okay? And there are some people that I've offended, but they offended me as well, so it's shared, and they don't like me for whatever reason. And I'm saying, hey, you know what? I don't need you. And the best thing about it is, Suzanne said, just ignore them. Just let them go. They're insignificant. Your you and I, our channel together is one of the most important things we can do in this life. And you know what? We got all the time in the world. I love when she says that. Because we do. We're both retired, you know? We're finally retired. We don't have to work anymore. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. She loves it. I mean, And let's welcome another person here real quick. Our wonderful friend here, Opal Maydew. Hello, Opal. Hello, Miss Opal. How are you? I hope you had a great New Year's Eve, Opal. I hope everything's going good for you guys. Oh, by the way, just want to mention too, weather-wise, we were supposed to have snow today, but we didn't. I don't know. It's supposed the temperatures are this weekend are supposed to get colder. But Gorilla, he's Gorilla Sensor Thoughts, wonderful brother. He is covered so much in hair. I mean, the man doesn't have to worry about freezing or anything. You know, and he's got a wonderful cat too, Jethro. So he's got a good life, and he's a good brother, and I appreciate him, and I appreciate brother Curtis, and I appreciate sister Charlotte, and everybody we know here, everybody we know in our community, our family community. It's wonderful. I love everything. Opal says, great. She said, slept right through the new year. And you? I got a job tryout in the morning. Oh, too, I'm trying to prep food. Yay. Well, Opal, good luck with that. And we'll pray for you. We'll have prayers up for you there. That's awesome. Yeah. Please, I hope you get that job. That'd be great. Yeah. As for us, Opal, if you want to look back on our previous streams, we did a New Year's Eve stream with the wonderful Sashi, Charlotte Nightstar, PvP, Anchorman, who's Scott. We had everybody else that was there. It was nice. It was a great stream. We also did a Christmas stream, Christmas Eve, and that was with our wonderful Charlotte Nightstar, and she was there, and she co-hosted, and we had other people again that were there for that. So that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. And Opal says, thank you. Of course. You're welcome. You don't need to thank me, sweetie. You don't. We take care of all of our friends. We care about them. We do. And that sounds great. You know what? I'm happy for you. You know, uh, mostly because you know how hard it is to find work nowadays. Truly is. I just saw a terrible, but it's real, but it's reality. I saw a terrible video and I downloaded it as part of my other webcams and streams about Arizona. I lived there for 46 years of my life, and what I saw in this video about the homelessness and the situation and everything, I don't recognize that state anymore. And I've been gone from there since September of 2017, which will make 8 years this year that I have not been back home in my previous place of residence where I lived because it's appalling. And my birth home when I was born in San Francisco, California, nope, I don't even recognize it anymore. It's an abomination. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but there's just places that just do no they no longer exist in my eyes. I mean, I don't know, and I fear for my parents' lives. You know, they might live in a decent area. I'm not going to say what town, but they live in a decent area of Arizona. But there's more and more homeless that are intruding every single day. And one of the reasons is that foreigners that are coming into the state from either Mexico or from other countries, because they're escaping, you know, their own form of, pain and everything from other countries, they're coming into the United States, and it's just a big cesspool. It used to be a place of humanity where you could just have diversity and have people live there. But now it is terrible. It is terrible. We got to pray for that country as I pray for Canada every day. I pray for America. I pray for the world. There aren't good places to live much anywhere. You see that a lot. Now, mass media might say something to that effect and say, well, that's not true about every place. Well, okay, until you can convince me that this homelessness, this poverty, the suffering at home in your own countries, until you can prove to me that that is being taken care of in a grand scale, in a grandiose scale, if you want to go that far, and if you want to fix all of it, fix it. Show me proof that it's being fixed, that it is fixable. And then maybe my cynicism, which I call it, uh, will subside. That's probably the best way. But anyway, I didn't want to get too political, and I'm glad I didn't. So I just wanted to point out what I'd seen, everything going on, and of course, with Nosferatu. So, and Opal says there was an abandoned milk factory in the town I was born in. And the police raided it in 2019, and suddenly homeless were everywhere in my parents' area. Apparently, many of them were living there. Wow. Wow. Yeah, well, that's a very scary situation. It's very scary. Yeah. Well, hopefully your parents are still better off. I mean, that they're protected, they're protecting themselves, because that's basically what has to happen. My parents, one of my sisters who still lives there, my other sister lives in California, which is a yeah, we won't even go there. My brother who lives in another state, same situation. Like everything is bad. And my niece, our nieces and nephews, our cousins, everybody we know in our immediate family are all in danger. Everybody is. And you worry. And every single day you're like, you don't know. If you walk out, like, on the times that Suzanne and I can go out together, or even times when I'm here taking care of the cats while she goes out to go shopping or something, you never know. Something could happen. Something bad could happen. We always pray that never is the case, but that's why it's expect the unexpected. That's another reason. That's why I'm using that as a motto for this year. Because I figured that's what's going to happen. Expect the unexpected. Be prepared, as most Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts say. Well, I think the Boy Scouts say it more, but the Girl Scouts say, and carry a can of mace. Spray can. Little one. Yeah, exactly. That is how they are. Okay. And Opal, you're very vocal. Thank you. So Opal says, well, since my dad passed, he was severely disabled due to a stroke. I'm so sorry. Rest in peace to your dad. My mom's able to leave the house more if needed. I love him, but I know he didn't want to be a burden. It's okay. I wasn't. I'm sorry if I didn't really hear that about your dad. I'm so sorry. But rest in peace to him. But your mom is more important than ever that you need to love. Right. First and foremost, family is the most important. And anybody will tell you, I hope, if they have half a brain, that family, real life is most important, should be put first before you decide to do your webcam or a live stream or anything else that goes on. Be considerate. Think of your family first and your friends. That's most important. And she says it's fine. He was living that way for too long. Well, Opal, then he's resting comfortably in heaven and he's more at peace. And that's the best part, right? That is the best part. And like I said, just be there for your mom. Just do a lot more for your mom if you can. You're not Superwoman. You're not Supergirl. It's not like you're gonna, you know, put on a cape, fly around, do it. Do all this stuff. No, just be yourself and be there. That's what Larry says. Be yourself. And my brother, he's been my brother for 47 years. I mean, he's right. Be yourself. That's all you can be. Don't try to be other people. Be yourself. That is the best way. hmm Absolutely. Alrighty. So, and I appreciate you be coming in here, Jeff B. Opal Maydew, Charlotte Nightstar, the Werewolf, Brad Wolf, and Sashi. I appreciate you all, and of course, my beautiful wife, Suzanne. Appreciate you all being here for tonight for the Nosferatu review. Hopefully, you folks will get to see it. It's only been out there for about a week, 7, 8 days. So it's a good thing. And with love, thank you. Thank you, Opal. Thank you so much. There we go. With the heart. There we go. And you're holding a kitty cat. Kitty, kitty. How cute. Love that cat. That's a good avatar for you there, Opal. Very cute cat with you. That's awesome. We have our beautiful cats too. Oh, or Mumbai Dejaru. Beautiful cats. Love them. They're our fur babies. And by the way, we are going to celebrate our oldest fur baby, Mumbai, on March 1st of this year. She turns 8. 8 years old. I know. And she is our queen. She's the queen of the household. And Deja Vu is the princess. And that is how they are. And I mean, we call Moonpie You can see them there in the corner. See right up there? That's the two of them right there in the corner. The one on the left is Stage Food. The one on the right is the thinner one, Mumbai. But more to love, for Stage Food. But yeah, but I mean, we're gonna have a special live stream for her birthday on March 1st, or I'm sorry, on March 21st. Why did I say March 1st? Well, I know why I said March 1st. Because March 1st is Suzanne and I's 15th anniversary of being together as a couple. When we first met each other online, it was way back on March 1st, 2010. 2010. So there are two special things already in March we'll celebrate. That on March 1st, our anniversary, 15 years as a couple, and then on the 21st with Moon Pie's birthday, her 8th birthday. And I'm sure there will be other events too. Like I said, this year the live streams will be about special events, and the weekly webcam series will continue as usual, as normal, starting again on January 13th. So. Oh, and Opal says nice to both. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, they're wonderful cats. Okay, so let's go ahead and close up here. First of all, I want to thank you all for being here in the chat. Still have 3 people watching. That's wonderful. Um, I hope all of you get a chance to enjoy the rest of this year. Please be safe. Please be careful out there. There's a lot of stuff going on which is not safe and not careful. There's a lot of craziness. So, as I say, uh, first of all, in the immortal words of Gene Siskel, rest in peace, who was the best part of Siskel and Ebert at the movies, the aisle's now closed. Again, thank you all for being here. And as I always like to say, first of all, leave it in God's hands. That's my beautiful wife, Suzanne, saying, which is prominent and pertinent and everything. My beloved friend and brother, Larry of Be Yourself Adventures. Um, he always says, be yourself. That's the best words you can ever have. And then, of course, our motto is expect the unexpected with peace from MikeySuzeFour. And finally, God bless you all. God bless America. God bless Canada. God bless the world. And peace. Take care, everyone. Good to see you all. We should see you again, as I said, unless something changes. We'll see you all again on January 13th when I begin again anew the weekly webcam series, WWS. See you folks then, and expect the unexpected. And now we will end the stream and play the outro.